This is the Sun Joe MJ401C-XR cordless lawnmower, and I've been using it long enough to know where it shines and where it stumbles. Key features that stood out to me from day one are the lightweight body at about 23 pounds, the compact 14-inch cutting deck, the brushless motor, the 28-volt 5-hour battery, and the 10.6-gallon detachable collection bag. In my opinion, this mower is built for simplicity and portability, and that design choice is both its biggest strength and its biggest limitation. Setup was simple. I attached the handle in about 10 minutes with a Phillips screwdriver and the hand knobs, charged the battery, popped in the safety key, pressed the safety button and squeezed the handle. No pull cord, no oil or fuel, no fuss. If you've been fighting a gas mower for years, this feels like a relief. The startup is smooth and the sound is closer to a big fan than a small engine. I could hold a conversation while mowing, and I didn't smell like exhaust when I finished. From my experience, that alone makes yard work feel less like a chore. Out on the lawn, handling is where this mower feels great. It's light, so turning around flower beds, edging along narrow paths, and zigzagging around landscaping isn't a workout. I could pick it up to hop a step or reposition on the patio without breaking stride. If storage space is tight, the folding handle makes it easy to tuck away, and the compact footprint makes sense for a shed corner or against a garage wall. Cutting performance depends heavily on how you use it and the condition of your grass. The brushless motor ramps up when it hits thicker patches, which you can hear as it spins faster under load. On a maintained, dry lawn, I get a clean cut. It's not a heavy-duty chop, it's more like a tidy trim. When I let the grass get longer than usual or tried to mow when the lawn was slightly damp, I ran into stalls. The mower stops to protect itself, and I had to release the handle and start again. Walking a bit slower helps, and taking a second pass in the opposite direction helps even more. Still, this is not a mower I'd grab to knock down a week of overgrowth. It wants routine maintenance cuts, not rescue missions. The height adjustment is basic. There are 3 positions, and even on the highest setting, the cut is lower than I prefer during hot weeks when I like to keep the grass a little taller. If you prefer a lush, higher cut, you might find it trims a bit close, especially on uneven spots. I learned to avoid scalping by staying off the lowest setting and being careful on bumps and edges. About the bag. The 10.6-gallon collector attaches and removes easily, and on short clippings it fills decently. On thicker or slightly moist clippings, I notice the chute can clog before the bag is truly packed, which means emptying more often than the size suggests. Sometimes, I leave the bag off and let the clippings discharge when I'm just taking a little off the top. That keeps the airflow moving and saves time. But you'll see light clippings on the lawn afterward. Battery life is where expectations matter. The marketing language about square footage can be confusing, so I time my sessions instead. From my experience, the runtime lands around 30 minutes per charge on average. On easy, dry grass, I've stretched a little longer. On heavier patches, I've cut that short. If your yard is small and you mow often, that window is enough to cover a typical trim. If you need more time, you'll either split the job or risk pushing the battery hard in tough grass. Charging is the part I underestimated. The battery on this model is integrated, so you plug the mower itself into the wall. That's fine if you have an outlet in the garage or shed, but it's inconvenient if you don't. I've had to clean the mower and bring it to a place with power after mowing, and that routine gets old. A removable battery would make life easier. If you're thinking about this model, make sure you have a practical charging spot ready. Durability is mixed in my experience, and from what I've seen among other owners. The plastic deck keeps the weight down, which I love for maneuvering, but it doesn't inspire the same confidence as a steel deck. Mine is still running after steady use across 2 seasons, but I did have a handle bolt shake loose early on, so I added thread locker and checked the hardware after the next mow. I've also heard of units that quit early, so I treat the 2-year warranty as a safety net and keep my proof of purchase handy. I recommend giving the mower a quick once-over after each mow. Clear clippings from the chute, brush off the deck, and check that the blade isn't nicked or dull. That simple routine has helped keep mine consistent. It's perfect for small, neat lawns where you mow regularly, especially if you value low noise, easy storage, and simple controls. If you're in a townhome or have a narrow side yard with tight turns and flower beds to weave around, this size is a sweet spot. I've enjoyed how easy it is to push and how little effort it takes to finish a quick cut after work. It's not ideal for tall, thick, or frequently wet grass, and it's not built for a very high cut. If you want to let the lawn grow and then take it down in one pass, you'll be frustrated. If you don't have a powered place to charge, the integrated battery design will make ownership annoying. I'd also set your expectations on the collection bag. It works, but don't expect it to stuff full in tough conditions. I'd recommend this for homeowners with up to a small, manageable patch. Think under about 2,000 square feet, who mow often and want a lightweight, quiet mower that's easy to store. In my opinion, the convenience is real if your routine fits the mower's design. If you need brute force, a wider cutting deck, or a taller cut range, you should look at a different class of mower. From my experience, the best way to get the most out of the MJ401C-XR is to mow before things get tall. Keep the blade sharp, clean the chute after each use, and charge in a cool, dry spot you can access without dragging the mower through the house. Treat it like a maintenance tool, not a fixer, and it behaves well. When I stay on that schedule, I finish my yard on one charge. The cut looks even, and cleanup is quick. In conclusion, this mower is all about trade-offs. The weight, the easy start, and the small footprint make yard work feel simpler. The integrated battery, the limited height range, and the sensitivity to thick or wet grass are the compromises you live with. If your yard and habits fit the design, it's a solid, breezy experience. If not, you'll feel boxed in by the limitations, especially around charging and tougher grass. I know what it can do well now, and when I play to those strengths, it gets the job done without hassle. If this video helped, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your questions or your experience with this mower. Thank you for watching.